What's up, everyone? Today, I want to talk about something really simple. I've been working on my putt for a long time, trying to figure out something that works for me. I've gone through a lot of variations. Right now, I found something that's comfortable. I found a downswing that works. I'm getting some good spin. I have some wobble on it, but something that Colton brought up recently is taking advice from any and everyone, because you never know if something that they say can work for you. So let's get into it. So to start off, obviously, I think it's very important that you start pretty close to the basket. You want to gain confidence, and you don't want to practice missing putts, something Colton always says. This whole entire lesson is based off of Colton. We'll give him a lot of credit. But something that Colton brought up to me yesterday is with the putt I was doing, I was starting really low. And I was simply just like aiming with my eyes. And until he brought that up, I never really thought of it, because when I'd step up to a putt, I would just be aiming at a link, and that would be it, and I would go and, hope that my putter would go there. And he brought up, why don't you try aiming with like your knuckle or the disc? And I was like, that's an interesting thought. I never really thought of it that way. So he aims, I think, with like his middle knuckle. I'm currently using the top of these knuckles to aim. And it feels kind of funny because the disc is higher up, which is a little weird for me. I'm used to being kind of low. But aiming with those knuckles and that disc has made a really big difference for me, because, this is kind of where I want the disc to come out. Because before it was really down here, and I had a lot of trouble early releasing. And that makes sense because my disc never really got to that plane. So having him teach me to start it at the plane where I want to release it, has kind of been a game changer. So like I said, I think it's going to take some getting used to. It's a full different kind of putt. I'm starting at a different place, but I think it's a good reason, and I think it's going to make a huge difference when it comes to competition, because before I didn't really have a solid release point every single time. I was kind of just hoping it was coming out at that chain. So now this is where I want to release. This is where I'm going to start, and that's been huge. So I've been digging it. There's obviously a few other hitches in my putt that I want to fix. One being, I come down, and before I actually get all the way to my left hip, I just go. I don't know what that is. I don't fully load. And that's been an issue because my disc usually comes out early, or I don't load my wrist all the way so I don't get good spin, so sometimes I'll be wobbly. So that's another hitch that I'm working on. It's something I've had for a long time. I don't feel it until I watch it. So there's those two things that have been really huge for me to mentally think about. One, aiming with that knuckle, keeping my kind of disc up high. Rhythm has been very important for me. Before, I think it was Cascade Challenge, I was trying a putt, and it was just super robotic. And I think it's very important that it's very fluid. And my friend Lucky is the one who taught me that, is it should be very fluid and it shouldn't be robotic and mechanical. So there's those things that I'm working on. I gotta remember to come all the way to that hip, because when I do, it's so nice. Yeah, so I'm curious if you guys have ever thought of this, what you aim with when you're practice putting, when you're actually in a tournament. What do you aim with? I'm so happy that Colton figured this out with me yesterday, because there's something about putting for a while that makes me so stressed, and I almost feel like sometimes I have this trauma when it comes to making a putt, because I'm so scared of missing it. And it's something I've been working past with some mental toughness books. Ed Milet podcast, his show is amazing, has been really great for my mental health and getting past some of these barriers. But I think honestly just practice putting a crap ton and remembering these things during actual competition It's going to be amazing, and I'm happy with this breakthrough. So let me know in the comments if you've had any recent breakthroughs as well.